Apple is the pioneer in disruptive inventions like the iPhone, where technology changes how we work, live, and communicate. The company recently announced a plan to reduce its news and political content and move towards more life stories and images to connect people.
Dr. Tracey Wilen is a researcher and speaker on the impact of technology. She's held leadership positions at Apple, HP, and Cisco Systems. Her new book includes 10 predictions for 2018. The book is titled Digital Disruption: The Future of Work, Skills, Leadership, Education, and Careers in a Digital World. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you. So we are looking at your 4 predictions this morning.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and start with the #1 prediction you're making, which is a more disrupted society. What do you mean?
Absolutely. Tell me if I'm describing you. Are you sleeping with your phone? Are you panicking if you can't find it? Are you texting many times a day? Are you totally dependent on a lot of apps? Are you online purchasers and using ride
Some of
sharing?
those things might apply.
Starting to sound familiar.
I plead the fifth.
So you are a disrupted society, and that's the point of the first prediction, is that we are dependent and reliant upon technology so much. Some people would even say we're addicted to technology. So we will be looking for more and more services, faster and faster products. Like, why can't you deliver to me in an hour?
Yeah.
Right? Why isn't there an app to match a color chip or a paint chip? And so society, in essence, will drive changes in work, in products and services, because we're so addicted.
I don't know if this is a prediction or a suggestion, but disrupt yourself.
Oh, yes, you should disrupt yourself. You think about it, researchers today project an adult could live to 115. Now, think about that. You have to have a very different view of life, because you probably have to work until you're 80 or 90 to be able to retire. So you really have to think about how you're going to stay healthy enough, your finances. So I say you really have to disrupt yourself and think about life much differently. Particularly when companies aren't really taking care of people anymore, you really have to make your own plan.
The next prediction is disrupted work. So how will the way we work be disrupted?
Right. So your coworker, realistically, in 2018 could either be a robot, perhaps in a restaurant or in manufacturing plant. It could be artificial intelligence if you're in finance or medicine. It could be a virtual worker or expert who's working remote. It could be a contractor, and you probably will be working in a 24/7 environment with a lot of virtuality to it. So #1, your whole work environment will change, where we're so used to driving in and seeing other people. The second thing is it's much more competitive. So a company can be started anywhere in the world off of a smartphone app. If you think about how Uber and Lyft and Airbnb all function, right? So you have so much more competition. It's not next door anymore. It could be anywhere in the world.
And to extend that, the prediction about disrupted careers.
Yeah, so what I think people is really you have to own your career today, much more than in the past. So think about a couple of technologies that might relate to your industry that are useful for you to know and keep on top of that. So for example, if you're in manufacturing, robotics and 3D printing. If you're in finance, what about blockchain, cryptocurrency? You know, what are some of the technologies in your world that you think that you should know about and keep on top of that? #2 is make some lateral moves. Build your skills while you're working inside the firm, because then you'll be much more valuable. #3, join cross-functional teams. I'm a big fan. If you don't like technology and they're rolling out a new website and you're in HR or marketing, raise your hand and say, I'll be on that team. Teach me the technology.
Is it harder as you get older? I mean, it's one thing to say, teach me the technology, but when you've been doing the same thing the same way forever, it's not an easy thing to embrace that new technology.
So go for things that are useful to you. So you say as you're older, a lot of grandparents are right on board now with video because they know that connects them to their grandchildren. Right? They're using FaceTime, right, so they can connect with relatives. So it has to be useful for you, and the more value you see in it, the more you use it. Remember, technology is a language. Just, and once you get used to that language, you're much more comfortable with it. You just have to keep practicing to use it.
Interesting tips this morning. Once again, the new book is titled Digital Disruption. For more information about Dr. Tracey Wilen, you can check out her website, follow her across all of social media. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.